Hi, good afternoon, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ray Wheeler. I am a financial coach, and this is Money Wellness, episode 7. Hope you guys are doing well. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate the continued support on this channel. What I like to do every single time we get together is I like to meet, which means I like to motivate you, educate you, empower you, and hopefully that leads to you taking some actions in your life that will lead you to rise above your situation. Um, so that's what I like to do here on this channel. So today's topic is going to be about debt management, and using the SMART goals to do that debt management, right? So today's motivation is going to be a song by Lecrae featuring Ty Dolla Signs. You guys have probably heard this before. It's called Blessings. And the way the chorus or the verse of the song goes is I have I've been down before. And so I already know what the bottom's been like. So I don't I don't stress, right? Because I already know what bottom feels like. So I don't stress now because everything else is a blessing. And the reason that is so powerful is because wherever you are right now, this is your floor, right? And we're just going to keep going up. And the thing I need for you to do is I need you before, you know, we get on this journey and you get really deep, is count all the things that you are thankful for and all the blessings you have now, because it is going to get and going to be a struggle, like I've stated before on this journey. It is not fun trying to get where you're at. There's a lot of sacrifices and things that you have to make, but you are gonna thank yourself on the other end. So counting those blessings and keeping those blessings in mind will totally help you. So, if you guys remember what a SMART goal is, a SMART goal is a goal that is specific, measurable, it is obtainable, it is realistic, and there's a timetable on it, right? The way that most of us, or I see a lot of people fail, especially at money goals or a lot of goals, is they don't follow that SMART system. They're very vague. So, I'll give you guys an example of what I mean. So let's say you say, hey, I want to get rid of $5,000 worth of debt this year, right? And you don't, and so you've given, what you want to do, and you've given a time, right? So you said, what I want to do. All right. Now we start paying, right? We start trying to go towards this $5,000 goal, right? And we get 5 months in, 6 months in, or whatever, and you try to figure out, well, have I made a dent? Have I paid down $5,000 worth of debt? Right. Well, like I've stated before, there are multiple types of debt for one, but how are you measuring that, right? Because interest is going to really make it seem like you're not really paying your debt down, right? Because most of the time when you're paying that minimum payment or whatever, you're just hitting that interest. You're not hitting the principal, right? So how are you measuring your debt going down? Are you measuring your debt going down by your actual principal going down? Or are you measuring your debt by just your overall debt number, going down? So what's going to happen is you're going to hit a wall, or you're going to get discouraged because it's going to feel like you're really not getting rid of your debt, right? You're going to have made sacrifices, and you're going to reach, the 6 months in, 7, 8 months in, and you're going to go, man, it doesn't look like I've done anything, right? Well, the first thing is, did you choose to stop incurring more debt? What I mean is, you chose to pay off a credit card or something like that, right? Well, are you still using that credit card? Okay. Well, if you said no to that credit card, are you using another credit card? Or did you accumulate another debt? Right. So, and then it kind of throws it off, because did you really get rid of $5,000 worth of debt? Right. So, a better way when you are doing it is, okay, I want to get rid of $5,000 worth of debt, and I want to do it in a year. Okay, so let's be realistic, right? So if we do 5,000 by 12, that's $417 a month, right? Now, realistically, is that something you can commit to? Can you commit to that $417 a month, right? If no, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? And that's not realistic, and it's not going to be obtainable, and you're just not going to feel good about the goal. Okay. Well, what if we say $5,000 in 24 months or in 2 years? Okay. Well, that's $209, right? Now that's maybe more realistic for you or more obtainable for you. So let's do that. Now we've said 5,000. Well, are we going to do 5,000 off of your overall debt? So hypothetically, your overall debt is $30,000, right? Or are you just going to be putting $209? So maybe right now your minimum payments only come up to $100, and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to put $209, right? Same thing, you could get discouraged because you're not seeing your balances or your debt go down the way you want, right? So a better goal would be, okay, there's this credit card that has a $2,000 balance, right? Let's attack that. And then there's another credit card or another debt that you have that's 3, 4, 5,000 or something like that, right? So how are we going to measure? Well, we're going to measure because once that 2,000 is gone, right? We know we've eliminated $2,000 worth of debt, right? And then we choose the next debt that we want to tackle, right? Which is going to be that 3,000, right? Now, the best part about that is now you're actually going to have something to look at, right? You're going to have statements and balances, and you can finally be like, wow, all my sacrifices I'm making, I can actually see, I can see the end of, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because of how I chose to do this, right? And so that's very important that before you get into these goals, you're really realistic with what you want to accomplish, how you're going to accomplish, or like I said, you're going to just feel super defeated, right? Now, after we've done this, right? We've gotten used to paying $209, or if you've done the 1 year method, the 417, right? Then guess what you get to do? You've already budgeted that, right? So now, no matter what, going forward, you figured out how to live without that 417 or that 209. So now you get to use that to attack your other debt, right? And what you're going to notice is, wow, I'm really paying my debt off rapidly because not only am I paying, my minimum payment, but now I'm adding another either 417 or 209 on top of that. You're going to pay that debt off even sooner, and you're going to feel wonderful, right, about doing that. So, what I would like for you to do is figure out what that number is for you, right? What realistic number you can you want to attack for debt, right? And maybe it's just one credit card, right? Or maybe it's just you want to attempt to bring a balance down on something. Maybe it's not even paying it all the way off, right? Maybe paying something all the way off is too ambitious, right? You need to know yourself, right? And like I said, you want to make sure that going in, you are able to commit to that number, right? That 209 or that 417. As I discussed in a previous video, you are able to basically get that money by canceling a couple subscriptions, right? Because most subscriptions are about $9.99 or $10.99, right? And you have to make the choice. Can I live without this subscription for a year to get this debt under control, right? Hopefully the answer is yes. I want the answer to be yes. I hope that Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Hulu, Amazon, whatever, I really hope you getting your financial freedom is more important than that app, right? Or whatever show. Because if it's not, I'm going to be honest with you right now, you're going to have a very hard time trying to get out from where you are because you're never going to be able to keep doing what you're doing and get out, right? You're going to have to sacrifice at some point because things are going to go up, right? I will take the example of Netflix. You guys have had Netflix, right? Every single year, it seems like Netflix price goes up and goes up. But none of us really notice because it's already on auto pay or we've already chosen to eat that cost, right? And the problem is it's not just Netflix, right? Everything goes up. And you just keep adding dollar, 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 and it adds up at the end of the year of all these subscriptions that you have, and you thought it was going to be okay, and it's going to end up being not, right? It's going to end up costing you a lot of money. So you're going to have to figure out which one you want to sacrifice, right? Then, as I've talked about before, that measurable. I want you to make sure that you are taking either pictures of your progress or journaling, right? So take a journal or, like I said, take pictures of where you start today, right? So today is X day, right? 2023. Today I am X amount of dollars in debt, right? And then you can do that either monthly or quarterly or 6 months, right? And you want to use that so that's something you can go look at, right? So, like I said at the beginning, count your blessings, right? You should be writing these things in your journal, that, okay, I started here and then now I'm 6 months in, my debt is here, I have decided to get rid of XYZ. I feel happier. I notice that I'm not spending too much time on the TV. I'm not as stressed because I'm not worried about hearing the new album or catching up on this show or whatever it is, right? Document and journal your journey, right? Because you're going to need that motivation. I've talked about this before on this journey. You are the only one, right? You can go ahead and tell your friends, your girlfriends, your parents, or whoever what's the progress you're doing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's you, right? Some people, when you're losing weight, some people don't notice, right? Some people won't notice you've lost 25 pounds, 30 pounds until you tell them, right? But if you've been keeping track, you know the progress you're making. You know what you're looking like under that shirt or anything like that, right? So make sure you're doing that. It's going to be very, very important to just keep doing that and journaling that for yourself, right? Then the last thing that I would like for you guys to do is I want you to at the um, at the end of this entire year, right? I want you to keep chasing that goal. I want you to make another goal, right? If your goal was 5,000 and you wanted to do that in 24 months, right? The next time, I want you to challenge yourself and go to 12, right? Because like I said, once you've kind of already gone through it and you've sacrificed and you've learned to cut things out of your budget, you're going to realize how easy it is and how quick. I mean, it really snowballs really quick, right? Once you start, right? In 3 months, right? $400 turned into $1,000, right? And long as you're being very disciplined, it's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to change. It's going to change your guys' life. In closing, I hope you guys have got some information out of this. I hope that you guys feel inspired. I hope you guys are going to take some action today to start on your debt journey, wherever it is, however small it is, right? I believe in you. You can do this, right? It is the 24th day in the year. So you have over 300 days left in the year, right? You still have a lot of runway to keep running, right? Do not get discouraged. Do not sit there and maybe because you haven't started yet or you've already doubted yourself because maybe you've already broken it, right? Maybe you've already told yourself, hey, I'm going to do this year and you've already given up. Well, guess what? Keep going, all right? You can do it. I promise you, you're going to be able to do this. If this message resonates with you or resonates with anyone that you know that may need to hear this message, please, I urge you to share this message with somebody. If you like what this video is saying, please like, subscribe, comment if you guys have some questions or other things like that, how you would like help. As always, if you guys would like a one-on-one session with me, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio and we can talk about your finances that way. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed. Keep chasing your dreams.